that day when we got lost, driving around this town. I didn't know where we'd end up, and that's how I feel right now. So when the future frightens you, just remember this, that somehow I knew from the first day I met you that you were the one that I'd spend all my love on. So take this rain from me and let it remind you that true north will always be where my love will guide you. And when the future frightens you, just remember this, that somehow I knew from the first day I met you, you were the one that I'd spend all my love on.
Listening to The David Madeira Show on 94.3 FM, The Talker.
Welcome back, folks. It's 8:07 on The David Madeira Show under partly cloudy skies, mix of cloud and suns with a few leftover showers possible today. Highs of 70, and we're going to be talking about school choice and specifically cyber charter schools today and tomorrow a little bit. But right now, I want to talk to a young lady who is, and I've been teasing this with Save the Cheerleader, Save the World's being a bit of a Heroes fan myself. She was a cheerleader, and at 12 years old, she was diagnosed with severe scoliosis. She needed painful and invasive surgery, and there was a sort of a cap put on some of her educational and extracurricular opportunities. But it seems that cyber school, and I don't know that you chose it, Alyssa, for that purpose, but it seems that cyber schools provided you with some unique opportunities. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Alyssa, tell us a little bit about your story.
I was first introduced to the idea of cyber charter schools when several of my family members made the switch. Eventually, later on down the road, I had to move on and change school districts. However, cyberschooling seemed like a more appealing option compared to the school that I was going to go to that was basically known for drug and violence issues.
So, Alyssa, your choice to do cyber school wasn't really about your scoliosis. It was more about your security and your education?
Yes. In fact, during my first day of cyber school, that was when I was diagnosed with scoliosis.
Okay, so you already had made the choice to be involved in cyber school before you were diagnosed with scoliosis. And when you got the diagnosis, what did it make you feel like?
I felt like I made the right option because right off the bat, my doctor told me that I was going to be a candidate for surgery. The question was when. They didn't know a date that they could give me. So, yeah.
So cyber school provided you with some flexibility in that regard?
Precisely. As soon as I was told I was going to have surgery, I immediately started self-pacing myself at a faster rate. I nearly doubled the amount of schoolwork that I did per day to make sure that whenever the time came to have the surgery, I could have a cushion and have enough time off school to recover.
So the very first thing you were able to do in terms of cyber school was to double up on your work, which by the way, you're 12 years old and you're thinking about doubling up on your work, but you were able to double up on your work in order to get ready for the disruption that the surgery would represent.
Mm-hmm. I went from working 8 hours a day to nearly 12 to try to complete at least 2 or 3 days work in a single day.
Oh, my goodness. Now, Alyssa, you're also a cheerleader. Is that what I understand?
Yes, I've been involved for 8 years.
Now, Alyssa, I think a lot of people would hear that and they would be surprised that you would be involved in cyber schooling and cheerleading because you're not going to the public school. How did you do that?
There are many competitive teams in my area, so I decided instead of joining a school team that I went for an all-star organization. And
what do you do for that?
It's like any other cheerleading team. We go to practice, and rather than going to football games or basketball games, we go to competitions that are dedicated solely to just cheerleaders competing against each other with our routines.
Now, are most of your fellow cheerleaders involved in cyber schooling? Are they homeschooled or a mix of all three, public school, cyber, and homeschool?
I am the only one, I believe, on my team that has ever done cyber schooling. Most of the people my age go to a traditional school.
Alyssa, when you participate in activities like cheerleading, how do your classmates, how do your fellow teammates react to the fact that you're in cyber school?
Most of them pick on me because I'm only 4'9", and in addition to being a cyber school senior, I'm also a college freshman. Thanks to the cyber school, I was given a scholarship to attend the Harrisburg Area Community College.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm studying criminal justice.
Alyssa, do you sleep?
Rarely.
I guess not. And I suppose now you're going to tell me that you've got a 4.0 GPA, too?
Yes, I do.
I'm intimidated just talking to you, Alyssa, and all the things that you've accomplished. You're 16, right?
Yes, I am.
Now, will you be graduating this year?
Yes, I graduate on June 22nd.
And what's your major going to be in college, Alyssa?
Criminal justice. I want to be a corrections officer.
No kidding. Wow, that is remarkable. And you feel like all of this is made possible by being able to participate in cyber school?
I wouldn't be where I am without cyber school, and that is without a doubt. I wouldn't have a 4.0 GPA. I wouldn't have 12 college credits under my belt before I even graduate. And I definitely would be held back after I had my surgery and had to take a month off of school.
Alyssa, I really appreciate you taking the time to come on the show and talk to us. And I want to ask you to hold there because I want to bring Priya Abram in from the Commonwealth Foundation.